Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Force TV back again with another show. Different than International Week, not a lot going on. Probably a bit of news that I've happened is obviously Nick losing the Nune paid for Cyprus today. Lost 2-1, got what off his looked like his brother in the 61st minute. Not a lot really going off at City Ground, so I thought this week and probably starting next week before we actually start to do the previews for Barnsley that we are having a bit of a discussion, bit of debate about things. And obviously, if you have been seeing the post today, we have been talking about our best partnerships that we do have at the club. I mean, because probably more since Chris Hughton actually came in, more than Sabri, that we have been developing our own. Obviously, Chris Hughton has been putting this thingy in place. Obviously, he has been keeping them sort of partnerships. Which has been good actually to be fair because it has actually kept us players are starting to understand who they're playing with and actually the different sort of players we do have. And obviously, like McKenna and Fred playing together, like Sal and Colback, like Arthur and Yates, Yates and Colback as well. Chris Houston has tried and actually kept that sort of players playing together quite often just to build that understanding and of what Chris Hughton does actually want and actually how he want partnerships rebuilt as well. Obviously, we've seen started to shine off Greer and Taylor on Saturday. Obviously, we've seen since Chris Hughton been at 7 games ago, funny enough. McKenna and Fidio playing every game. I mean, then obviously Sam getting very good knowledge of them too. Obviously, with Christie playing back, but I know Lanune was favourite left back before he got suspended, and then obviously changed back with Bon and Ribeiro. But obviously, that partnership between Ribeiro and Amiobi they actually starting to click again. So it does feel like that they are Chris Hughton is wanting to build them sort of partnerships and actually starting to finish and it actually working a lot because obviously our results have been better. The understanding between places a lot more better. Obviously, the main thing for me is that Samba, McKenna, Figueroa, Kobat, then obviously Taylor up front. Obviously, they've kept that bit of a spine in there. So it has been good. Do get your comments coming in about this because it is quite a good topic. I do feel like we can discuss. Hello to everyone who is joining. We're all live on all the social medias as per usual nowadays. Obviously, we are wanting to bring the Forest community together just because obviously going through this pandemic, it's not the best. And I do feel like bringing everyone together, it will always good for us to be interacting with each other. So do get comments coming in as per usual actually, because I do enjoy your interaction with us. But like I've been posting about that, well, around dinner time, we have got some really good partnerships in there with the players that we do have, and that it's really, really good that, especially what Chris Luton is trying to do, is that he's trying to keep that same thing there, trying to keep the span the same, and that what probably working out the most anyway, because obviously with McKenna, Fred, Samba, them feel all have a very good knowledge of each other, and then if it gets down to like the rest of us one, and we do have that consistency in midfield with like A and B there, then C there, and if we do play 4-4-2, then they will be a focal span, and we know the way of how Chris Hughton does actually want to play. So it's quite interesting to say the least, but I just hope that we do keep to it because I think if we do keep to it, then it will obviously push for us further. I think it will actually be quite a good one. Base play 7 Amio and Ribeiro. Obviously, feel like them two got winning. Them two work quite consistency last season, and it's shown on Saturday before Ameobi got bought off as well. So I do feel like that could be, obviously they have a really good understanding between each other. So I totally see where you're coming from on that. Obviously with Tolbert, it's one that Tolbert and Sal, could them two really, really work in that centre midfield. And I think if it keeps us organised, especially and compacting that midfield, but long term, especially with Sal, we'll start our best central midfield pairing. It's quite a good finish off on it, to be fair. Would, I don't know. It's one of them ones, actually, to be fair. Race against him, when Sammy got taken off you, he looked like he was going to cry. He did actually. Look, that's something I thought he was going to walk off the pitch, to be fair. Max, hey, good on Max. Here he is, much better than Dordan. I know I'm obviously Max, obviously I'm one. So number one in this. We actually had that. We all know that Dole's crying at the minute because you're higher than him in some report. Didn't necessarily that, but obviously I'm much better than Dole. So we need to start not ganging up on him, but we need to have a banter with him about it because you know what it is. So but he's saying hard to Max as well. But obviously we're number one. Obviously Owen, Worrell, when he's fit, McKenna. Could Worrell and McKenna actually work? It has that central midfield. I lost my concentration there. Are Worrell and McKenna much better centre up in than Fidel and McKenna? That mainly depends, especially as well on if them two stay fit and Worrell can get back to that max fitness that he was, to be fair. Base play, I'm calling it now. Chip, Troy Lolly and Matt. Oh wait, obviously Matt Cash has done. So it's a shame, but obviously it's one of them ones. But I do love that. Obviously, I will put that back up. Because obviously, I'm much better than Dor, so I'm number one. So, but yeah, that's what I do think on the whole situation with partnership. Keep comments coming in as per usual because obviously, Northcote Taylor, I do think them two do. I know Northcote do play on the win as well, and it probably just showed to say these that when if them two do get that good understanding, then I think it'd be a partnership in a way to actually look at. So I do think it'd be interesting. Owen, Matty Cash, practicing Aubameyang. Obviously, I got a nickname for Aubameyang, Aubameyang. But yeah, Brace play RKR. Okay, I know that. Let's see movement. But yeah, I do feel like that if we can actually finish Martin Walker, oh wait. Oh, so we're going back in time now. We're going back in time. We don't want to say. But yeah, I totally see where you're coming from in this. But I do feel like it's quite an interesting one. Could Forest actually push on with this? And that could actually Forest be a lot more. Getting people on it now. A bunch of man. Couldn't get a kick. That's my nickname. But yeah, I do Abama who? Abama what? Abama look at it. Yeah. That obviously troops a spin off to AFTV. But yeah. I do feel like if Forest do get this partnership, especially this signing that from goalkeeper to striker perfect, I think Forest can actually be the best in the league. But obviously, it won't build in a day. So I just think that it will just take its time. Obviously, Mauricio Feliani, I hope I pronounced that right. Good evening from Lesina and Sao Paulo di Sofietti. Fragia, Italia. Good evening from, obviously, for you guys. Hope you are enjoying the content. Nice to have aboard following TFTV. Hope you're well. But yeah, I do feel like if Forest do get this span right, and all the partnership that they need to, then I think Chris Hughton will have an easy job, especially with going forward. So I just hope that Forest don't screw up and actually spend another 20 million on players or a big transfer window, because I think that we have got things spot on as it is. So, but I just hope things are good. So, fingers crossed on it. It is a bit short, so obviously I've got to do Gareth Road 1865, so at 8 o'clock I've got to film it and film for the Talk Forest Youth Show for tomorrow. So, I've got a dinner. So, but yeah, I just hope that we can actually build for a good span. So, it will be interesting. But I just hope Chris Hughton can actually build something and actually will have this international beat to actually build a lot more better than it has been and get that more understanding into the players and for him to understand the players a lot more. So it will be interesting. I know obviously a couple of players, McKenna, I know them lot are abroad, so it'd be interesting to say the least. So who knows? So and actually thank you for watching. Oh, what we need is to a good number 10 player. I actually agree to refer on that one because we don't really have a really good number 10. I mean, don't get me wrong, Paul Farrer was class on his day, but he weren't consistent enough for me. I mean, even Tanya Silver, if he could play as a number 10 or a number 8, weren't consistent enough. So I do agree with that one. That we still need a good number 10 in there just to create something and actually be that number 10 between the midfield and the attack. So I do actually agree with that we just still need to improve and actually push on and actually have that midfield where we can actually have that interlink between that number 4, that number 8 to that number 10. So I completely agree with you on that one. I just hope that Chris Hughton does identify that number 10 more as a big massive thing where we need to strengthen and actually find a play that has the quality but not complete thing, but we need to play that can complete week in, week out. So I do completely agree with that, to say the least. So I'm the secretary of Nottingham Forest Italia official branch in Italy. Oh, wicked! That's nice that Vinny. I do hope that you do pass this channel and through your official branch. Obviously, we are getting you Vinny up because obviously we have got your comment live here. But Vinny news that we have got a branch in Italy and that we do have a very good fan base in Italy, and can you imagine, so it's really good that we do have a very really good branch in Italy that does follow the Reds all the time. So it's really good, to say the least. So I hope that you guys are enjoying watching the boys and Reds, especially through this lockdown. So. But I do always well with you guys in Italy, especially all the Forest fans out there who are with your branch and actually other Forest fans. So, yeah, so thumbs up. So, but I totally agree that we do need that really good number 10 role covered, and when we do, I think Forest will be sorted all day long. So it'd be interesting to say the least. So, I'd like to say thank you for watching tonight's show, guys. It was 15-minute one. We will be back tomorrow with another video, as per usual.